What's going on, guys? Joe from SRHQ. Was doing some routine maintenance on my collection, and I just thought, man, I have got some incredible knives out. I'm going to turn the camera on and share them with you guys. These are, I believe, these are all either GEC or GEC made knives, and these are also non-users. These are just part of my collection that I keep in as good a condition as I can. I take them out probably once a month, really go through them, look for any signs of rust or pitting or spotting or stuff like that. So I got these knives pretty much all cleaned up, ready to go back into storage. But before they do, we're going to run through them. Let's just start with this guy here. This is a 54 Big Jack, pattern number 54. The Big Jack from the 2014 lineup. This is in burnt stag, and it's also in the Northfield trim. So you can see we have pinched threaded bolster, pinched threaded cap. We have the unexcelled branding, long pull on the main clip. All of these, or both of these blades, have half stops. There's your Northfield unexcelled blade etch. Just give you guys the tang stamps real quick. Yeah, so this is a two-bladed knife, two-bladed jackknife, just a massive knife. This is the equal end. The 54 equal end, it's the same as the 53. Just great knives. I love having these in the collection. Just big, beefy jackknives. So main clip point blade, great looking clip. We have a long pull. Great looking swedge. This one's a beast as far as the pull. I'd say probably about a 9. Closest thing you can get to being a complete nail breaker. Secondary spear blade, also great looking swedge with a long pull. This is the 54-1214. Titusville Ironworks. Great action, just overall a great piece. Love having this one in the collection. Let me get this open back up. Try to keep things nice and orderly. So yeah, the 54 Big Jack. Then we have an old one. This is a 53 Cuban Stockman on the same frame as the Big Jack. Didn't tell you how many were produced. I have these written down, how many were produced on these knives. Big Jack, 53 were produced on the 54 Big Jack. Now going back to the 53 Cuban Stockman. This is from 2007 in the Tidioute trim. Also on the really big equal end frame. They call this a Stockman. It's almost more of a cattle knife, but who am I? GEC wants to call it a Stockman. It's a Stockman. No half stops on these blades. I should go back. This is in the Tidioute trim, so it's going to be a little less dressy. We don't have any threads or pinches on the bolster. There's our Tidioute shield. Blade etch, we have a Turkish Clip. Just says Tidioute Cutlery, and this one is serialized. Number 64, there were I believe 150 of these made. Yeah, there you can see model 53, Cuban, 1 of 50. So we have our main Turkish Clip. Then we also sheep's foot blade. Just great looking with that swedge up top. Get you in at the tang stamp. Titusville Ironworks. Then lastly, you can see 2007. Nice little spay blade. Also swedges all around. Just a great piece. This is in exotic Mexican Bocote wood. I'll just get you in on that grain pattern. Really great looking. There is a lighter spot on the pile side. Just a great looking knife. Really happy to have this one in the collection. I've been looking for a 2006 for a while. One was on eBay not too long ago, but I don't know. It was a trapper. I think it was over 400 bucks, and I decided to pass. We'll see if another one comes up. Here's another really cool knife. I really enjoy this. This is the 81, I believe it's called the Bull Moose. I think this is from 2017. Yeah. This is from the 2017 lineup. This is more of a common one than most of these on the mat. How many do I have made for this one? This is in the red linen micarta. They made 236 of them in red linen micarta, but there are several cover options for these. Pretty common. You can find these pretty easily. Yeah, so 81 1217. The cool thing about this knife, well, first let's talk about the blades. Clip point blade, spear point, second blade. Great little moose pattern on a serpentine frame. This one has the hot dog shield. And the really cool thing about this one, let's get you in for the tang stamps. Tidioute Cutlery, made in the USA. Also a Tidioute dressed down version. Great Eastern Cutlery, Titusville, PA. And this is a really cool tang stamp, CKC. It means carbon keeps cutting. And this is the only knife, this 81 Bull Moose, that they put this tang stamp on. So if you're into collecting knives as far as the long term, you know, I mean, if you look at any other knife company like that, you're collecting old knives, the ones with unique tang stamps are normally among the most expensive. So this is a pretty common knife. Great little collector piece with that tang stamp. The only pattern to have this tang stamp on it with the CKC. I don't know the whole story, but I think just the forums went crazy. They hated it. They just really didn't like this carbon keeps cutting tang stamp, and Great Eastern decided to do away with it, or at least to my knowledge they haven't put it on another model since the 81. So just another cool piece. I have a feeling this is going to be a longer video, but we got a lot of really great looking cutlery on the table, and I want to give you guys a look at it. This is a 2010 GEC built Bulldog Brand. Bulldog Brand, it's kind of like Northwoods. They have a lot of patterns that get made by other companies. Originally, the early ones were made in Solingen. This American series was made by Great Eastern Cutlery. I'll do a whole separate video on this once I learn a little bit more about it. This is in burnt stag. It's the same setup as the number 12 toothpick from Great Eastern. I wish they would have had a little bit of a variant. But same blade shape, same handle shape. There's your blade etch. This one has a crescent match striker pull, which is something you don't normally see on Great Easterns. And we'll take a look at the tang stamp. It's two bulldogs fighting. I'm not super crazy about the subject of the tang stamp, but I don't know. I'm not so bothered by it. And I heard the one, they have different tang stamps, Bulldog Brand. And the one with two dogs fighting apparently is rarer. But yeah, 100 of these were produced, and I think it's cool. I have number 007. This one also came with a certificate of authenticity. See, we have the dog bone shield. It says Bulldog USA. Great looking piece of burnt stag. See the mark side. Really great looking. Yeah, GEC quality, just under a different name. Another great little collection piece. I have several stag knives, 3 stag knives on the table. I mean, I just really like how GEC does their stag. Both of these are in burnt stag. This one is in sambar stag. Also great looking. This one doesn't have a shield. This one, what do I have my notes for? This is the 92 Eureka Jack. What year is this from? 2019. They made a whole bunch of these. 709 of these were made in stag. So I kind of wish they would have left the stag at more of a premium, but I'm also happy that I was able to get this at a decent price. I think it's a great looking knife. It's got great action. We have our main spear. Secondary coping blade. Also just great action. Yeah, so if you like this knife, the good news is they made a lot of them. And just keep your eye open and you'll find one. This is in the Northfield trim. We have threaded bolster, smooth cap, long pull with a great looking swedge. There's our blade etching, Northfield UN-X-LD. Just a great looking piece. Moving right along, this is my only 78 I have in my collection at the moment. I've had several of them in the past. 78 is just one of the classics from GEC. I don't know when they're going to be making another run of 78s. I hope soon. This one's in Gabon Ebony from the 2017 lineup. You just have this great teardrop sleeve board handle. Nice big fat spear blade, tons of belly. Great looking long pull, great looking swedge. This one's also in the Northfield trim. We have the cloud shield, threaded bolster, smooth cap. This is a brushed finish on the nickel silver. Just really great looking. After I sold my last 78, I really missed having a 78 in the collection, so I was glad I was able to find another one. Then we're going to move into the Northwoods, some exotic handles. Really excited about these. Here's my Fremont. This is in giraffe bone. Let me see what I have on this. This is from 2016. 135 of these were made. Did I mention how many were made on the American Jack? 292 on that American Jack. But 135 of these, and I believe 2016 was the only year they did a Fremont in giraffe bone. Really great looking. What can I say? The Fremont Jack is probably my favorite pattern. And just to have one in giraffe bone is really cool. I love having it in my collection. Just a gorgeous knife. Love the blade shape. Love how they leave that heat treat scale on. Northwoods USA. Nothing on the reverse. Just a fantastic knife. And then finally, we're going to go to the latest addition to the collection. This just came in the mail yesterday. Got this one with the help of Mad Taz on Instagram. I think he helped me get this big Jack as well. Check him out. I'll leave a link to his Instagram in the description box below if you're interested in buying some GEC knives. Check this out. This is the Harrison Bay. It's in Kudu bone. First thing I've ever had in Kudu. It's my understanding that it's stabilized Kudu because it's very, naturally the material is very flaky, and you can see like a line right here of the resin that's going through. Very interesting handle material, just great looking. We have the Saber ground spear point, same thing with the Northwoods logo in USA with the heat treat scale showing. Just a lovely knife. I've done several individual videos on most of these knives. I still have a couple to do, but while I had these out, just doing some maintenance on it, I figured I'd at least give you guys a look at them. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Love to know what you guys think of it down in the comments below. Let me know. And yeah, guys, hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.